Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've been here, so I'm very glad to see that the interaction that we see, that many people, we have a bunch of guests, which shows that this club is still very active, this club is still very much going. And what you have seen today, so the guests especially, is a perfect example of excellent execution and, what's the other word? A well-structured session. So both from the general organization of Renata per email, and as we see when we come in the room, everything is set already. That was excellent. We started 1 minute late. That was a problem, but not a specific one because I won't take all the time until 2 o'clock. So Renata, we started almost on time, a great attendance, a bunch of guests, and then the jingle introduction. I thought that was great, a creative way to introduce the topic of today, a very authentic way to introduce that topic. Then you introduced your team, you introduced the guests, which many Toastmasters of the days forget, so thank you for that too. Good introduction of the first speaker, and as I mentioned before, the room was perfectly prepared with the slides, and we do even have a camera. I hope this doesn't get on YouTube, most likely will. Apart from that, Renata's development, I've seen you before a long time ago, and there's nothing to compare. And that brings me, and I will get to that just in a minute, to our topic. Nevertheless, David, Daniel, do you know how to scream? Most of the people that try vocal variety, they use the screaming act, right, in order to develop their ability to scream. I'm not going to ask you to scream now, don't worry about that. However, the way I practice it, the way I practice to talk loudly is when I'm in a car alone and I sing along the radio, right? So many people feel comfortable when they're alone in order to speak up. So next time you're in a car, driving alone, listen to a radio, a song that you like, you just scream out loud. Nobody hears you, and I have to be embarrassed. You know?
It's actually coming with a bike, so imagine.
That's good. So if you come with a bike and you sing along, you know,
it will rain.
Very good. Good. Renata, you didn't introduce Rosa as the evaluator. I haven't noticed that. That was not an ideal thing. However, we've seen a very good evaluation by Rosa. Good introduction of Haris. However, by the time you introduced him, the handouts were passed along. That was great, good timing. And in regards to our speech, great emphasis on why we're actually doing this. Why are we coming to these meetings? Initially, when I started, I wanted to find a forum where I could present on a regular basis without having any constraints, where I could test out my abilities to become a better speaker. And Toastmasters gives this framework. It's very American, I agree with you, and it's something that I don't necessarily like either. However, it is a framework that works very well for many, many people. And it has certainly worked for me. So very good introduction to the ground rules or the promise that Toastmasters gives. And then a very nice depiction on how you prepare your speeches. Many of the new people try to figure that out. Like, how can I get to what I want to say? So thank you very much for sharing that. Very appropriate topic, so educational for those who are new, and for the guests. Good. Sandra was introduced this time as an evaluator, so good there, so you corrected yourself. Very good evaluation there as well. And nice opener with a quote. I saw her playing with her mobile phone, and I was like, she's doing something. She probably looked it up just that moment, but I thought that was great. It was very creative, very on the spot. It was like a table topic on the go, just for you yourself. So it's a good example of how to be creative during speech, very improvised, and include that into your evaluation. So very good. Probably would have won an award, you know, if it were at a contest or something. Then, good introduction of the table topics. That was not something that we haven't seen coming. And overall, I think it was a good session, a very valuable session for me, and I'm glad here again as always. Thank you very much.